The proof is not the problem. The placement is. This is a story that's not about kids. It is basically a preview, though. So this summer, the interns did not get coffee. They did not take notes. A young woman named Jasmine Tor, rising junior at Berkeley, great school. She studied economics and data science. She spent her summer building an AI agent and then watching it work. It reads company information and writes first drafts of marketing material. So this is an intern, built a thing that writes the first draft. Her words about it, quote, a lot of what I was doing was kind of taking my own initiative and building on my own. Nobody assigned it. I want you guys to write that down. Nobody assigned it to her. We're going to come back to it at the end of the show. But now the number. A survey of employers asked how many entry-level jobs require AI skills last fall. 13.5%. This spring, 35%. So 1 in 7 to 1 in 3 in 6 months. That's a lot, guys. That's quick. Now, here's why I said this is a preview and not a kid story, not a college kid story. The woman who runs early talent at Liberty Mutual, her name is Mara Quinn. Liberty Mutual Insurance, a whole lot of y'all work in that world. She said AI took over the intern work this summer. Data entry, document review, and formatting slides. Now listen to what she also said. She said, quote, that was the work that actually built discipline, but it did not always build judgment. I want you guys to hear that one more time. That was the work that actually built discipline, but it did not always build judgment. The boring work built discipline. Means you had to show up every single day to do the same thing over and over again, but it did not build judgment. So when the boring work leaves, what is left is the judgment part. And that is the part they cannot hand off to AI. That is the part they cannot hand off to a machine. Now, the first thing that you have to ultimately do is understand the business as an intern. Understand it all. And next you know, you will be presenting to executives. So what used to take us 4 years to get promoted to that next level is now taking people a short amount of time because they have to be, the judgment has to be the part, right? So now it's really just leveraging AI, understanding the research behind it, understanding the business, and seeing if you could put 2 and 2 together. If this is good enough to be able to talk to an executive about, is this good enough to be able to put this in front of a client? It's interesting how this thing has changed. And somebody put a whole clock on this whole thing. Her name is Shonda Mintz. She runs AI strategy at Korn Ferry. She said the best place to be right now is a company that lets you use AI to change the job itself. And then she said this, that is only going to be around for the next couple of years. A couple of years, that is basically the window. Because once the job gets rebuilt, it is rebuilt. And the person who rebuilt it is the one holding the map. So 2 more numbers that I want you guys to hear. And then I want to show you guys somebody, okay? A recent college grads. Unemployment is 5.7% for recent college grads. For all college grads working, 2.9, nearly double. And at Northeastern, the number of students placed into work programs that require AI skills doubled in 1 year to 1,500. I want you guys to meet somebody. His name is Gregory Brooks. It's Gregory Brooks right here. Okay? It's Gregory Brooks. He's 57 years old. He's from Rochester, New York. He left a technology services job at a community college back in May. And here's the part of this story that I wanted to make sure I told you guys. He has a PMP. He's a project management professional. Earned it while he was still in the role. His words were basically this, quote, kind of an ace in my pocket by having that PMP. An ace in his pocket. That's what he basically said. Having a PMP is like an ace in his pocket. And he is right, because the PMP is a real certificate and it is hard to get. Nobody can take it from him either. So what he is doing with it, what is he doing with it? He says he has been applying and mass applying using LinkedIn and Indeed, reaching out to friends and calling local IT recruiters. And he says it plain. He says he has been doing it out of panic. Now I want to be real careful here real quick. I'm not about to tell you what Gregory is doing wrong because he did the hard part. He got the credential. He got the PMP while he still had a job, which a lot of people may not have done. I say this, you're going to get certifications, do it while you have a job and potentially to have your employer pay for it. A lot of times, most people don't get a PMP anyway. So, and he is doing the other thing right as well too. He set a goal to do something towards the search every single day. And he says he counts each step as a little win. He also said he went and talked to a counselor, same as he did 11 years ago when he was out of work. So that is not a weak move that Greg is doing. This is a man who knows himself and knows what he wants. So the gap here is not effort, and it's definitely not worth. The gap here is placement. So he got an ace in his pocket by having a PMP. A pocket is not a place that anybody can see it, though. What is Gregory not doing? Tell me this. What is Gregory not doing? He's mass applying using Indeed, LinkedIn. He's going to a place where everybody's at. What is he not doing? Well, Gregory needs to understand he needs to build in public. He needs to make some noise. People need to understand who Gregory is outside of going to this article right here. I've been telling you guys that for a long time. You got to create the content. You got to build in the public. People need to understand who you are. I want to play something for you guys real quick. Check this out.
I graduated from the University of Chicago 2 months ago.
Sometimes you gotta.
I graduated from the University of Chicago 2 months ago. I have 4 degrees and I'm working a construction job that pays between $70 to $100 an hour. And that's what's paying my bills right now. And I think there's something really important about that because I know I'm not alone in this job market because I've applied to so many jobs. I have done interviews. I've been doing that for months. And thank God for the construction industry. This is my 7th summer working a construction job. It's something I've been doing since high school and it's helped me get through college, buy things that I need, and currently it's paying my bills. So thank God for the backbone of the American economy because other parts of the economy are really struggling right now. And a degree does not guarantee anything anymore. And so if you're in that process, just know you're not alone and we'll get through it together.
Mike Hernandez, this is him right here. He graduated from the University of Chicago 2 months ago. University of Chicago is a prestigious school and it's not a small school and it's definitely not an inexpensive school. He says he has 4 degrees, 4 of them. He says he's applied to a whole lot of jobs. He has done interviews, been at it for months. And the thing paying his bills right now is a construction job. He says it pays between $70 and $100 an hour. Now, everybody's going to hear that and say the degree was a waste. I don't think that's the right read. I don't think that's the right read at all. Okay. Listen to what he actually said about construction. He said this is his 7th summer doing it since high school. So 7 summers. So he did not go get a trade after the job search failed. He had been building that whole time right alongside the degrees. Nobody told him to. So he has got 2 kinds of proof. One on paper with 4 degrees, sitting in a stack of applications with 1,000 other people, and one in his hands, and 7 years of somebody watching him work, which he continues to get a job. He basically got a foreman who can vouch for him. Guess one which is paying the rent right now. Guess one which is paying the bills and allowing him to buy stuff for himself. That is the same thing that I said about Gregory. The proof is not the problem. The placement is. In his own words, at the end are worth something for you guys. He said degrees does not guarantee anything anymore. And then he said, if you are in that process, just know you are not alone. So this kid, 2 months out of college, turned around and encouraged somebody else. Big respect for this young man. So here's the lesson off this one right here. I want you guys to write it down. The skill that you kept on the side is not a backup plan. It is a second placement. Most of y'all got one. The thing that you do that is not on your resume, the thing that people already call you about, and you've been treating it like it's a hobby. It's not a hobby. It's the other proof. So Mike is 2 months out of school and he already got 2. He got 4 degrees and from the University of Chicago. He has an option when something opens for him. and he has a construction job. That's what you call career insurance right there. Gregory, on the other hand, 57 years old. He's desperate. He has a PMP in his pocket. You would think that a lot of people knows Gregory, right? You would think that a lot of people know Gregory since he's 57 years old. He's been doing this for a long time as a PMP. Has a large network that he can tap into. Doesn't seem to be the case. Doesn't seem to be the case right here for Gregory. I wonder why. Building in public, potentially not. Maybe doesn't have the network and didn't focus on networking. I don't know what it is. But Gregory sure can learn a whole bunch from our man, Michael Hernandez. Okay? He can learn a whole bunch from Michael Hernandez. This man has 4 degrees and he's doing something else. He's doing construction work to make sure that he gets the money and get to the money. Mike is 2 months out of school and he already got 2 opportunity windows that he has that he can go down. Some of you only got 1. Some of you only got 1. That's what you call career insurance right there. Now, put those 3 people that we talked about side by side. You got Jazreen, 20 years old, built 1 agent. Nobody asked her to build, and she is having offer conversations. You got Gregory, he's 57 years old, 20 plus years of real work at PMP, sending applications into a black hole by putting himself where everybody else is. And then you got Mike, who's 2 months out of school, 4 degrees, getting paid off of a hard hat, blue collar work, same market, same month. So the difference is not the credential. You got Gregory has the better credential. 57 years old, been doing this for a very long time, right? Got a PMP, probably has a degree as well too. The difference is where the proof is sitting. Hers is out in the open. She's building AI internship where people watch her build it. His is in his pocket. I got that PMP, man. I got a PMP. I got a degree. All I need to do is fill out applications. They're going to come get me. That is broken.